Hello, everybody. This is Trader C Brown again. Now, before we start, this is week 3. We're going to be talking about trading and also looking at analysis for this week 3. We just traded week 2, the new week for the trading year. And guess what? It has been profitable start of the week. Now, I will go through the 3 trades that we analyzed last week and see how they played out. And also, we'll be looking at what the market holds for us this week. Now, the first thing is GU. GU played out wonderfully well. Remember when I talked about this liquidity area that price may eventually want to come to if you go to the 4-hour time frame? You notice this area of liquidity. Price eventually got there, but not too much of a worry. And remember the trend line that I drew, and price was able to respect that trend line as well. Now, last week I drew this here. Sorry, I was able to use a trend line there, and I drew price action like this. Okay, this was a price action I drew, and I told us that if price come to this area, we should be expecting a rejection. And exactly what price did, came up here and rejected. Of course, it closed a little bit above that 71 Fibonacci retracement, and why our stop loss was right at top there. And guess what? Price eventually came all the way down, and it was a blast. In fact, I remember I was sharing this with those on my Telegram group last week. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, where some of you who follow me on my Telegram, it was when I had my biggest win for the period. Anyway, I can't share my Telegram right now. It's a bit slow. Yeah, it was the biggest win for me on GU. I took all this trade until it hits this level here. Yeah, this is when I close out the trade. A beautiful long time trade for 2 days. It was dropping and dropping and dropping. Amazing trade. And also I took some trade here, but on Friday we took some trade here as well, and it dropped a little bit lower. So just to let you know that we had a beautiful trade recap on that. GU went as well. What we expected, it went as expected. Then EURUSD. Now, this is where EURUSD is at. Although he went in the direction we expected. As you can see, price closed above and then rejected again, but failed to close above, stay above, then close below. So at that moment, I knew it was going to drop. Guess what? I did not take this trade, but it went in the direction expected. We have a double top there, and the market smashed all the way down. As long as GU was dropping, I was expecting EURUSD to drop the same. So you can see, although EURUSD didn't hit our TP area, but eventually we can say that we close out on a profit of 3 days straight. 1, 2, 3, 4. About 4 days, the market trend to that direction. Now, gold. Gold is a blast. I mean, this was the analysis. I just left the analysis on the chart for everyone to see. This was the analysis of gold. Remember gold? Well, watch my previous week analysis, week 2 analysis. Look at that. Exactly the area we anticipated gold to trade, and exactly the TP area gold eventually end up hitting it. Now, this kind of analysis is always a week. I do it in such a way that you can see it as what we call swing trade opportunities. Okay, swing trade opportunities, because when I do analysis and give you such projection, it should be number of days, because I'm looking at the 4-hour to be able to take those decisions, make those decisions for you. So this is a very beautiful swing trade that happened on gold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days straight up. So on Monday we had a trigger, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, price just keep pushing up until TP was smashed. Wow, beautiful trade on gold. So if you took those trade, congratulations. So now, what do you think gold is going to be doing next? So I'm going to just erase all of this. Let me start with GU first. Let's start with GU. So right now, this is where we are on GU. So let me just remove all of these drawings, and then let's look at what we have on GU. Firstly, I would like to go to the monthly time frame. It's a new month. Let's see where the market is stretching to. So all of this okay, let me remove that because it's showing historical trades that I took on this, because I took this trade. These are the trade I took, and let me just choose, where are you? Let me choose another G pair. All right, let's use this one. All right. Oh, the same thing with this. Okay. All right. Let me see if I can remove some of this stuff here. Okay. Right. Let me just go back to the one I have there instead. Let's go back to the first one. Sorry about that, guys. Just sometimes you want to have a clean chart. You're struggling to have it. All right. Now, the first thing I want you to see is that, let me remove the session break, is that this is a higher time frame, okay, on GU. So we're having this situation that market is dropping, as you can see. So we can see that this is a potential price action area. This area here is a potential price action area. So I'm going to mark this zone on the monthly time frame here. Possible place the price will come to, which is 1.1900, and possible place, there is a minor structure here that we should be anticipating price to break. So I'll put that there as well. So we are still trending down. On the monthly, we can see we're trending down. On the weekly, we are trending down as well. So you see now, this is price action area on the weekly. So let me adjust this. So this is price action area on the weekly, price action area on the month, on the weekly as well. So we're looking at this area for price action. So that's very important. Then on the daily, we can see that the market is still trending down on the daily. Okay. So what I'm saying is this: there's a potential that price will reverse. The pullback is going to be happening any moment soon. After price hit this price area, we might expect a pullback. So I'm expecting a pullback before a continuation to the downside on GU. So the question is, what will happen this week? Now, to trade this, you have to be able to look at the daily time frame. So the daily time frame, you will have to mark the previous day high and then mark the previous day's low. Now, with this range, we need to see that price break below, and then if it close below this level for the week, you're going to look for trade to this level. So what I mean by that is, let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Let me remove this one first. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Now, on this 4-hour time frame, two things we're looking to trade. Firstly, we are still selling. The market is going down. But we need to see the price break below this area and close, maybe close below it and pull back into it, and then there will be a sell. Or we should wait. Price get down here, it might pull back up and retrace to the upside and then continue to the downside. So at the moment, what it is that this particular setup, we will need to see that price drop lower to this level before we look for opportunity for continuation. Now, if the price break this area, we can continue to the downside. But if you return, that means if you retrace back up, that means it comes back, reject at this level and pull back up, then we'll look for buys. Now, if you look at the overall market, the first thing you want to do is to put a trend line here where he's dropping from on the 4-hour. Okay, you need to put a trend line there where he's dropping from on the 4-hour. All right, That's the first thing you want to do. So if you have that, put that there. And the next thing we want to do is to watch this area of this trend line. So we want to see that price maintain, pull back, and then that's a pullback, maintain that area, reject, and continue to the downside. Then we'll continue. If it doesn't do that, that's why I have to mark the previous day low. So if you break below it, pull back into that previous day low with the intersection of the trend line and reject, then we're looking for sell. So when we have a pullback, let's say we have a pullback, so this will be where our price action will be taken from. So let's say the pullback gets to this level, all right, or somewhere there, assuming that. So we should be expecting price to react at 38 or even pull into 60 before dropping down. But I'm expecting price to maintain this break and then retest on the pre-daily low before continuing to the downside. So it's a very tricky because it's been dropping, market is dropping, so I'm expecting a pullback. And remember, there's liquidity here also. So we have liquidity here that the market may come into any moment. So we have liquidity here that the market may want to drive price to. So pay attention to that. And then we have another liquidity area here on this 4-hour time frame, which is here that price want to drive into. So I'm expecting that. So what I'm saying is price has dropped massively for some time now, a couple of weeks throughout this day, throughout this previous week. So we should expect a more drop to this level before we pull back. And this pullback might even go higher to take out liquidity before another drop. Now, that doesn't mean that this trend line is violated. So we need to see that the trend line is broken above and then price came back and reject. If it doesn't reject and push back up, we're not buying it. But if it breaks below there, we might be looking for more sell again. So this is not something that I'm expecting anyway, but I'm hoping that price will reject at this price level and then continue to the downside. So pay attention to what happened between here and there. So that's all I can say on GU at the moment because it's not too clear as where the direction is going. But we are trending down. It's a sell market. We're still selling until there is a pullback, obvious pullback. But at the moment, we look for sell. So that's why I introduced the pre-market high and previous daily high and previous daily low on this system to be able to know where the market is going. So we need price to break below and then close below, then we'll be selling. If price play around, start trading up, and then we know that it's going to pull back, and then we should be looking for a break above this high before we continue to the upside. Okay, so let me analyze that again. So if price open up now and start rallying up and break above, take out liquidity, and then pull back to reject on that previous day high, continue to the upside, then we are heading up. But if it doesn't do that and it wants to continue to the downside, then we'll keep selling it. So at the moment, there's no clarity on that. EURUSD. On EURUSD, it's just the same way that the market is still going to drop lower. Yes, I see that price is still not hit TP yet. So for the time being, price is still creating equal lows here. We need to see an extension. So what you would do on this particular trade is to go to the previous daily high, leave it the way it is because I'm not going to change anything of that. I'll just take the previous day high, previous day low, which will not be this candle for later when the market open up tonight. We're going to be seeing that. So this becomes the two candles. So if the market close below, then we'll be looking for sell. But if it pulls back, we'll have to wait for price to react at this key level for us to sell. So the reality is I will be looking for a more consistent drop. So it's still dropping. The market is still dropping. It's still going to drop lower on EURUSD. So the point is, how do you know where to get in? If you're not already in this trade, so what you need to do is to just wait for a reasonable pullback. The other alternative is to get in using the pre-market lower, pre-daily high, previous daily high and previous daily low strategy. What that means is that you have to wait for price to break to confirm that it's coming lower. So if price break below, then we'll trade lower. If it close and start trading in between or break above, then we know that this trend line will not be violated. So we look for uptrend to buy. So we look for upper area to buy. But at the moment, price is still dropping, except GU start pulling up, and then price trade above this level, then we'll be looking for a continuation to the upside. So at the moment, we're still dropping, and hopefully, if we look at the monthly time frame, the question is which side is the market actually planning to go? You can see that there is a lot of imbalance here. So this is the potential area which we're looking at that price will come to, but that's on the monthly time frame. So we're looking at that, and then if you check the daily, we look at that area that if price break anytime from that zone, that would be our TP area. Okay, that would be area of TP that we should be looking at. So at the moment, we are expecting to trade all the way down to that level before price changes its direction. So if price rally up, then we're targeting this high. But at the moment, it's still a drop. So we use the previous daily high, previous daily low as a way of entering this trade. So you want to wait for price to break below and continue. Break below this line, continue trading. So what you need to do is to wait for a pullback and use your strategy to enter on a lower time frame, like 1 hour. If you turn it to 1 hour, you see that break below this line, this red line that I have here, price close below it, and then retest, and then you continue. That's what you want to do. It's very simple. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it complicated. Price will break, then you pull back, and you continue to the downside. You must wait for that. But if price doesn't do that, and then price decide to start going up, maybe drop a little bit, reject and start going up because of this liquidity pool, then expect price to obviously react to this trend line and close back in, and then continue to the downside. Until the trend line is broken, we are not leaving this trade. So at the moment, there's a break-even level. For those of you already in trade, just break even. Or you can take profit close out and then wait for a pullback and then continuation to the downside. But at the moment, it's still a sell. Market is selling on both sides, GU, the EURUSD, and gold. On gold, we are still pushing up. Market is buying. TP has been smashed, so I will just wipe everything away from there. We don't need anything of that to look at the trade, but let's look at the daily time frame. Now, if you look at the daily time frame, you can tell that there is equal high here that the price will be coming to. We have order block here, secondary order block, primary order block. So we can tell that this high is the nearest point that price will want to break. So to do this again, like I said, because the market is already trending up, and so we have a pullback. If we don't have a pullback, there's nothing we can do about it. So if the market is heading up to this high as gold intends, so all we need to do is to create on the daily time frame is to put a system called the previous daily high, which I'm using for all of the pairs, and previous daily low. Now, if the price trade, listen to this, if the price trade inside this place and break below, then we have a reversal. So that means the price is going to trend down. We're going to trade it and target these lows as profitable areas. Target. But if, which we think is going to be a break above, then we need to also wait for price to pull back, because there's going to be a break above. That will not be within that area here of price action. So we need price to push above that area and continue so we can target this particular high as a TP area. So what we require is maybe price will break, tap into this high and pull back. So if we tap into the high and we have a little pullback, then we will need to trade. Let me remove that. If we tap a little bit high, we have a pullback. Maybe price tap into this high and pull back. Remember, this is daily time frame. So let's say the first day price pushed up which you can buy from because it broke above the previous daily high. I'll show you how to do that in a moment. And then price pull back down, we need to continue to the upside, right? So on the previous daily high, which you have there on the 1 hour time frame, you switch there, you will have to see this. You want to see that price close above this high, and then you can literally trade gold on a long position to the upside because it broke above and retest, and then you can target that area of interest right there. And then depending on what you're looking for, where price action allow you to, and that's one step. Remember, this is just 1 hour time frame, so you can switch down to 15 minutes for a clearer, beautiful structure to take that trade as well if you want to. But that would be our first target. Before, if your price break above that, then we're looking at reaching out for the other highs that we found on the 4 hour time frame, which is this high here. So it's a very tricky setup this week, but I hope I'll be able to do updates during the week to be able to help us out. But I'll be watching these areas, and then we'll be able to get in. But at the moment, yeah, it's still a profitable month. We're still profitable this month. So hopefully we'll be able to get opportunity to take price up. So that's all I will have to share on this platform, on this trade this week. I don't want the video to be too long. So yeah, let's watch out for these things next week, and then hopefully the market will give us what we want. Thank you so much, guys, for listening. I believe you have been blessed and you learned something. I'll see you in week 4. Enjoy your week 3 as you trade. Cheers. Bye-bye for now.